Now, I've heard it said, and we even have some callers who want to say this was all intended to divert attention from the testimony of MIT Professor Gruber. Gruber, the House Oversight and Reform Committee, had a big hearing today. Gruber apologized, said he couldn't remember calling us stupid. He was not the architect. Very, very well briefed by the Obama administration to separate himself from them. May I ask you a question? I want you to think about this a second. Why did they have this hearing? It's all over our favorite cable channel. It's all over many cable channels. It's all over radio. I've got all kinds of audio clips here. I'm not sure I'm going to play them, quite frankly. Because why? We already know what this man said. Congress didn't uncover this. The mainstream big lib media didn't uncover this. Some guy literally in his mother's basement outside of Philadelphia. He's the one that began uncovering this stuff. A citizen journalist, a real journalist, who was fed up with Obamacare. So we have the real evidence, the actual video. So what was the purpose of this hearing? There was no purpose for this hearing other than to manipulate you. Mark, what do you mean? Stay with me. The Republicans are going to fund every penny of Obamacare. Every damn penny. Despite its unconstitutionality, in my humble opinion, despite the massive waste, despite Obama's unconstitutional actions changing it 40, 50, 60 times, despite what this phony Professor Gruber had to say, the very Republicans grilling this guy don't plan to do a damn thing about Obamacare. They're not going to use the power of the purse to control any piece of it. So what is the point of a hearing? The point of a hearing is supposed to be so you are informing yourselves to make legislative decisions. They're not going to make any legislative decisions. They've surrendered. They're funding it. So what is the point of this hearing? We didn't learn a damn thing. We learned it in spite of the Republicans in the House of Representatives, despite of the big lib media, and they're not going to do a damn thing about it. So I'm not going to sit here and make heroes out of these members of Congress who ask great questions, who make great arguments, and then are going to actually vote to fund this crap. Wow, did you hear the questions that Congressman, I won't embarrass them, XYZ said? Ooh, he really got this guy. Oh, even the Democrats nailed him. Oh, yes. Okay, now what? Nothing. This is a charade. It's so preposterous. They hold a hearing to show further how outrageous this law is, how abusive its architect was. And they can't even persuade themselves to step up to the plate and do something about it. I do not believe this report was released to take attention away from Gruber, because the Democrats already had a plan to trash him. Well, we don't know Gruber. He's the architect. No, he just said he wasn't. We're embarrassed by you. He had nothing to do with Obama. He was never in any meetings. He wasn't paid any money. Of course, he was all those things. No, they released the report because they're running out of time and they are trashing the CIA. They're trashing the Bush administration's efforts to protect this country. And they're trying to drag us back to a pre-9/11 mentality. That's why. Among other things, the Republicans need to run on law and order and national security and securing the border. They will win the heart and soul of the Democrat Party. They will win Pennsylvania, they will win Ohio, they will win Michigan, and states they thought they couldn't win. There are patriotic, American-loving, moderate, hard-working Democrats who reject the radicalism and the leftism that the Democrat Party has become, but they also reject The millionaire, billionaire corporatists who keep trying to ram the likes of Romney and McCain and Chris Christie and another Bush down their throats. If we just give them a chance to vote for a conservative who has populist ideas and can apply our principles to what's going on in the country today, we will win that vote. And I think we could win a landslide because the American people have had it. They are sick and tired of Obama. They are sick and tired of Harry Reid. They are sick and tired of these race baiters all over TV and these phony fake rioters. They are sick and tired of the gutless, impotent, passive Republicans. They want a leader. They want a leader who's going to bring order to chaos, who embraces job creation, opportunity creation, wealth creation, and who unites the nation, brings the people together, doesn't divide us along a half a dozen or so issues. That's what the American people want. That's the winning strategy. Not all the rest of this. So these Gruber hearings today, it's all phony. Don't get caught up in it. Who cares what he had to say? We've already heard what he had to say. We already know what he is. We already know who he is. What do you want to hear? Hear him grovel in front of a bunch of Republicans and Democrats? To what end? To no end. They're not going to do a damn thing about it.